Alright, good evening ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV and Hammerdown TV. Tonight, the Wicked Cushion World of Outlaws Craftsman Sprint Car Series. We're live back here again for the second time this week. We're at Eldora Speedway, located in Rossburg, Ohio. My name is Brett Wheeler. Thank you for joining us here on this Thursday evening. We're getting set for qualifying to come up here in less than a minute's time, so we'll have lone qualifying. Each driver will have 2 laps. 2 minutes is the amount of time these drivers will have to get on the racetrack. We'll have heat races to come. 24 cars, I believe, have signed into the pits here this evening for the twin 41-lap main event here in memory of the late great, the Raging Cajun Jason Johnson. So at the moment, the quickest in practice, the track will reset to about 10%, I think it is, from memory. We'll get set into qualifying and then heat races, and then get set into the main event. So it should be a good night of racing, hopefully, with the new update out. Hopefully the top side isn't so dominant, but we're at Eldora, which is known to be very top dominant. We'll get set into qualifying right now. And we'll have our top 10 qualifiers on screen, on the left-hand side of your screen. We'll try and get through as many cars as we can. So you see a lot of the cars on the racetrack at the same time. We're just trying to cycle through and just find some here. We're watching John Batista on screen in the Black Diamonds Motorsport Hammerdown Ultimate Dirt TV, car number 39. Mark Pinsky, the first driver to set a time with a 13.725. Zach McLaughlin, he jumped to the top of the speed chart, but not for too long, because I'm sure there's a lot of other drivers that are going to want him to take that #1 spot. John Lepresto, second quick with a 13.616. Batista still third. Nathan Davis, first lap time with a 13.708, position 7. David Heilemann with a 13.533. You're watching Chris Brenner on screen in the Wicked Cushion UW Motorsports, car number 70. First lap for Chris Brenner. This time as he gets the green flag here on qualifying session. Zach McLaughlin still holding down the #1 spot. Brenner with a 13.731, a 13.731. He is sitting position 12. What can he do here in turns 3 and 4? It looks to be better. And it will be, equal quick time with 13.509. Oh man, oh man. You're watching Anthony Lepresto on screen with a 13.616. And there it is. Fastest qualifier with a 13.509. Zach McLaughlin edging out Chris Brenner. There's a 4th number to that one. And it was just 1/1000th of a second separating the top 2 drivers. So well done. And look at that. We had 6 guys inside of the 13.5s. We also had Anthony and John Lepresto go equal time as well with a 13.616. We get set for heat racing competition here. 10 laps on the board. Finishing orders from tonight's heat will be determined in how they start tonight's 41-lap main event. Starting on the pole in car number 11, it's Zach McLaughlin. To his outside in the number 5 in the TAC 3 defense car, it's David Heilemann. At a position number 3 in the Team City Group Holdings car number 127 with Wicked Cushion on board of the race car as well, it's Stephen Hill. To his outside in the 13 in the Dirt Co Media United Dirt Sim Racing Association, it's Austin Carr out of position number 4. At a position 5 in the Team City Group Holdings Wicked Cushion Next Gen Fab car number 29, Colby's Eye Paints, it's Mark Pinsky. And out of position number 6 in car number 19, it's nice to see this guy back on the iRacing service. It's Troy Wagaman Jr. starting at a position number 7 in car number 31. He's got the CNC designs on that car, I think. That's CNC designs, the 31 of Tyson Atlantis. And starting at a position 8 in car number 55, it's Paul Mulrain. Paul Mulrain at a position number 8. So yellows are on for tonight's heat race. If we have a yellow in the heat races, unfortunately we'll count towards the number of laps that we have to do here in each heat race, 10 laps the distance. However, in the feature race, in the 41 lap main event, they do not count. McLaughlin and Heilemann. Your front row, Hill, Carr, Penske and Wagman. This is going to be a good one. Green flag is out and we are racing underway here at Eldora for the first heat race of the night. Hill and Heilemann side by side. Heilemann gets the run coming off turn 2 on the top of the racetrack. Carr looking to the inside of Stephen Hill in turns 3 and 4. Can't make it happen. And keep an eye on Mark Penske in the 29 on the bottom side. The opening lap belongs to Zach McLaughlin. McLaughlin runs high in 3 and 4. Heilemann down low, side by side. Battle is on for the race lead. Here comes Heilemann, maybe going to slide up. No, keeps it into the middle of the racetrack off turn number 2. McLaughlin, your race leader. Stephen Hill right now on the inside of Heilemann. He can't make the pass, and now here comes Austin Carr on the top side. Heilemann goes up top in 1 and 2. Hill through the middle. Carr as well, working the top side of the racetrack in 1 and 2. Goes to the middle in 3 and 4. They are literally spread out all over this racetrack here this evening in the opening heat race of the night. Oh, Carr just tagged the wall a little bit there in turns 1 and 2. Unsettled the race car. Doesn't lose any spots. Now goes to the low side once again in 3 and 4. Well, we are seeing these drivers on the top of the racetrack. We're seeing the middle as well being used up quite a bit as well. But I reckon for the rest of the night, we're going to see a lot of the drivers, if not, well, 85% of the drivers on the top of the racetrack. Heilemann now getting a run down the back straight away. With 3 laps to go this time by, went for the slider in 3 and 4. McLaughlin hangs on for a heat win, hopefully. He has just got 2.5 to go. Here at Eldora Speedway, Heilemann not going to give up just yet. Carr as well, trying to make it past Stephen Hill. Now Carr to the inside in 1 and 2. Slide job complete, but crossover is right there for Stephen Hill. A fantastic battle for 3rd and 4th on the racetrack right now. The white flag is out. Heilemann's got one more chance into turn number 3 and 4 this time by. Down the back straightaway. Heilemann to the low side. McLaughlin goes down there as well to potentially block that slide job, but no. McLaughlin getting the job done. 2nd will go to Heilemann. 3rd, Stephen Hill, Carr, Penske, Landis, Wagman, and Paul Mulrain. Rounds out the 8-car field in heat race number 1. 10 green flag laps, a great way to start off the night here for the Wicked Cushion World of Outlaws Craftsman Sprint Car Series round number 3, race number 1. Heat number 2 up next on the program, and we'll have our grid to you in just a few moments' time. All right, here we go. Heat race number 2, starting on the pole in the UW Motorsports Wicked Cushion. Colby's Eye Paints, car number 70, Chris Brenner. To his outside, and the Team VLR.com, Beer Hill Gang, car number 23, it's Stephen Calavoda. Inside the 2nd row, in the Lepresto Racing Wicked Cushion, UW Motorsports, Colby's Eye Paints, car number 24, it's Anthony Lepresto. To his outside, in the Dirt Track and Bastards, DOB, Dirty Old Bastards, Blue Sphere Corporation, and Wicked Cushion, car number 93 of Chris Roberts. In the Team SETI Group Holdings, the Wicked Cushion, Colby's Eye Paints, car number 97, Matthew Henniger starts out of position number 5. And the Dirty Old Bastards, Wicked Cushion, Blue Sphere Corporation, Dirt Track and Bastards, caliber 73 of Alan Smell lines up out of position number 6. In the Steel Cycle, caliber 22, Brandon Steele starts out of position number 7. And in the Transport Equipment Hire, car number 2, it's Jesse Bandy out of position number 8. Yes, they do, James. The crossovers look a whole lot better. 10 laps on the board. Heat race number 2. We are getting set to go. Green flag racing. Chris Brenner wastes no time in leading us down into turn number 1 and 2. And Lepresto, well, he wastes no time in getting into position number 2 as he looks to follow his teammate down the back straight away. Keep an eye on Robertson. Calavota side by side for 3rd and 4th. Oh no, Bandy got into Samel. Samel is upside down in a big way. We'll see if we can get that car off the racetrack. He does, so well done to Samel. Unfortunately for him, he's going to be at the back of the bus in the feature race tonight. Opening couple of laps, they belong to the 70 of Chris Brenner. Anthony Lepresto riding in the 2nd spot. 3rd, Stephen Calavota. 4th is Chris Robertson. We go back to Matthew Henninger, Brandon Steele, Jesse Bandy, and Alan Samel back on pit road. You're watching race leader Chris Brenner. This field is spread out big time here in heat race number 2, and it's that cushion where they are riding. Expect that cushion to get a lot bigger and a lot nastier come feature race time. Brenner continuing to lead this one. We are 5 down, 5 to go. Watching Anthony Lepresto on screen right now in the 24 car, sorry. Holding down that 2nd spot after starting position 3. Then you go back to Calavota, who started on the outside of the front row. The jump on the start just did not go his way, and he fell back to position 3 by the time they come out of turn 4. So a great start on the inside row. Roberts and Henninger now running 4th and 5th. You go back to Brandon Steele as well. You watch it, Matthew Henninger on screen, and the Team SETI Group Holdings car number 97. 2 laps to go this time by for your race leader. So final lap is upon us now in heat race number 2. We're looking to go 20 laps, flag to flag here in the opening portion of tonight's proceedings here. Race number 1, round number 3 of the Wicked Cushion World of Outlaws Craftsman Sprint Car Series presented by Dirty Old Bastards. Chris Brenner gets the job done. Lepresto, Calavota, Roberts, Henninger, Steele, Bandy, and Alan Samel, the only car not to finish in that one. The rest of the guys, well, everyone's going to make it through to the show. And the final heat race is upon us right now. Another 10 laps on the board, and we'll go through our starting lineup here. In the Black Diamonds Motorsports Ultimate Dirt TV Hammer Down car number 36, it's Nathan Davis. To his outside in the Team SETI Group Holdings Wicked Cushion Ultimate Dirt TV Colby's iPads car number 37, Zane Scott. At a position number 3, normally drives the Wicked Cushion UW Motorsports Lepresto Racing to 157 actually, but now got the change for this week in the Priority Aviation Messiah Valley Transportation Zolvaloy car number 41. It's a tribute to the Raging Cajun. It's the 41, that is John Lepresto. At a position at number 4 in the Black Diamonds Motorsports Hammer Down Ultimate Dirt TV car number 39, it's John Batista at a position number 4. Inside row number 3 in the 05 in the Superflow, it's Tyler Curtis. And to his outside in the Denver Broncos, car number 57, it's Luke Yanez. And starting at the back of this one, all by his lonesome, also running the Raging Cajun Tribute skin. Normally runs the DTB DOB Blue Sphere Corporation Wicked Cushion. It's the 21 of Tyler Henselman. Here we go. Heat number 3. Can we have all heats successfully without a caution? We'll find out.
Green, green, green.
Let's go. Heat race number 3. We are green. Keep an eye on Henselman from the back in the 21. Get through turns 1 and 2. A-OK. And it is going to be Nathan Davis who will lead this one. Zane Scott in second. Batista on the outside. No, it's now Zane Scott on the outside. Lepresto got a good run. That's John Lepresto sliding up to position number 2. Oh, there's almost a little contact between Scott and Lepresto. And here comes Batista from 4th to 2nd with a double slide job. What a drive by Batista in the 39. He got a great run. Now here comes Zane Scott with a slide job on Batista. Crossover. Oh no, Lepresto and Scott come together. Caution, caution, caution. Well, we go 22.5 laps before we see the first caution of the night. And let's take a look at the Colby's R-Paints instant replay. There's the slider and the crossover attempt, and unfortunately for Lepresto and Scott, they came together. Scott was the one going upside down, so he's going to be starting at rear of the field in tonight's main event. Alright, 1 to green right now, so 4 laps left remain here in heat race number 3, the final heat race of the night before we get set into the main event. The first of the twin 41 laps here this evening at Eldora Speedway. A tribute to the late Raging Cajun Jason Johnson. Green flag is back out on the racetrack, and we're back underway for the final 4 laps of heat race number 3. What can Batista do with his teammate in these last 4 laps of this race? Or will Davis have enough to hang on? Will he drive away from him? Questions that are going to be answered inside of the next 3 laps. Here we go. We still see a lot of the drivers right at the top of the racetrack. There we go. We've just seen one car sliding down to the bottom to put a slider on. Look, Batista through the middle of turns 3 and 4. The gap is about 0.3 of a second. It hasn't really changed for much of this race between these two since his last restart over the past couple of laps. Davis continuing to put the big right rear tyre on the cushion and get a lot of momentum. Now the gap goes just over 3.5 tenths. So he picked up, he was, well, 3/4 of a tenth of a second quicker. Now Batista on the inside in turns 3 and 4. No, Davis hangs on for the win. Nathan Davis getting the job done. Will start P3 in tonight's main event. John Batista second, Lepresto, Yanez, Henselman, Curtis, Scott, and they were our 7 cars. And now it's time to get after it in tonight's main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
Let's take a look at our City Group Holdings starting grid.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Out of position 23 to 73 of Alan Samo. On the outside of the 11th row, the 55 of Paul Mulrain. On his inside, the 37 of Zane Scott out of 21. At a position number 20, in car number 2, Jesse Bandy will line up alongside the 19. Out of position 19, Troy Wagaman. Tyler Curtis in the 05 out of position 18 on his inside, the 22 of Brandon Steele. Tyson Landis outside the 8th row on the inside, the 21 of Tyler Henselman. Out of 14, the 97 of Matthew Henninger. The 29 out of 13, Mark Pinsky. Out of position 12, the 57 of Luke Yanez alongside the 93 of Chris Roberts. Austin Carr lines up at a position number 10. John Lepresto will line up at a position number 9. Stephen Calavota will start alongside Stephen Hill, John Batista, and Anthony Lepresto in row 3. Now front 2 rows. David Heilemann will start out of position number 4. Heat number 3 winner out of position 3, the 36 of Nathan Davis. And the front row for tonight's main event on the outside. In car number 70, in the wicket cushion, car number 70, it's Chris Brenner. And starting on the pole, tonight's quick qualifier, he won the heat, looking to clean sweep the night. The 11 of Zach McLaughlin, 41 laps on the board. This is for the late race. The late Raging Cajun Jason Johnson. We are green twin 41s here at Eldora Speedway, and we are green. Some close racing through turns 1 and 2. Everyone looks to be okay right now, nearly 3 wide in turns 3 and 4. Davis a little bit sideways, a little bit looser here right now. Oh, Stephen Hill comes up in front of Davis. And there's our first contact of the night in turns 3 and 4. And there's our first caution. Davis upside down big time in a big way. Let's take a look at the Colby's iPates instant replay. There's a hard ride for the 36. Take a look on the onboard shot here. First caution of tonight's main event, and well, we have Chris Brenner in the race lead, got past Zach McLaughlin. The lights are out on the pace truck, and the white flag will come out at lap number 44. Brenner will lead off turn 4. Once again, we'll lead down into turn number 1 and 2. Look at Roberts on the inside. Oh, Batista, but well, Batista got that high side working. Heilemann, expect 3 drivers to be running the top side of the racetrack to near perfection. There was contact between Steele and Calavota, and they're almost going to have contact again. Calavota around. Tyler Henselman upside down as well. And we'll take a look at our Colby's iPads instant replay on that one. Caution flag flies for the second time this evening. White flag, lap number 47. Remember, race number 2 will be up in about 45 minutes time. Once again, we'll be live here on Ultimate Dirt TV and also Hammer Down TV as well. Make sure you head over to the social media pages and make sure you give us a like. So you check out Ultimate Dirt TV on YouTube. Go to youtube.com/Ultimate Dirt TV. Check out Hammer Down TV on YouTube as well. Check out Wicked Cushion, Colby's Iron Paints and Sandy Group Holdings as well. Brenner uses the slide job line in turns 1 and 2. Stephen Hill in position 4, looking for a podium spot right now on the inside of Hardeman, but right behind Hardeman is that 39 of John Batista. Oh no, Hardeman to the low side. He may have gotten a little help there. And look at Austin Carr.
Caution is out.
Caution flag flies. Car upside down. That's 37 of Zane Scott. Let's take a look at our Colby's iPaint instant replay. Oh no, just caught the inside wall and got his teammate, the 97 of Matthew Henninger. Let's see what happened to the 57 of Luke Yanez. Well, that might have been on the last caution as well, so. Galavota, he is out of the race along with Zane Scott. Matthew Henninger still circulating on the racetrack, so 15 cars. And we'll have the white flag out at lap number 50 this time. Lights still on the pace truck. We'll go around one more time. See if these drivers can get some laps in. Green flag this time by. Brenner leads McLaughlin. Batista, Austin Carr, and Stephen Hill. Hardeman back to position number 6. Robert Pinsky, Steele, Wagaman, your top 10. Hardeman on the inside of Stephen Hill. They rub tyres down the back straight away. The very light Robin McLaughlin now loses a spot to Batista in turns 3 and 4. Batista with a slide job. Now Austin Carr on the top of the racetrack as well. Now here comes Austin Carr looking for the slide job on Batista. McLaughlin up top. Chris Brenner continuing to lead right now. McLaughlin through the middle of turns 1 and 2. He's got to be careful. He needs to get up to the top of the racetrack fairly quickly because that TAC 3 defense, TeamVLR.com, number 5, well, he wastes no time in putting the slider and clearing him by nearly 2 car lengths down the front straightaway. Top 4 all rail the cushion in turns 3 and 4. McLaughlin trying to put the slide job back on David Hardeman, but Hardeman too fast, too strong, and too good up on top of the racetrack. Battle ensuing for the race lead here in just a moment. We have a look at our top 2. They're separated by about 5 car lengths right now. The 70 of Chris Brenner out in front. And John Batista in the 39 out in position number 2. Well, don't look now, Austin Carr, because David Hardeman in that number 5 machine, he was right there in turns 3 and 4. He was there in 1 and 2 as well. And look at these guys just rail the cushion. Just got to admire the way these guys just are able to put the right rear tyre on the cushion, keep the foot in the bucket, and rail all the way around the racetrack just inches away from the wall. Lap traffic could be a factor here in tonight's race. Tyler Curtis, the first car to go a lap down under racing conditions here in just a moment's time. How will Brenner negotiate, as I say? Oh no! Matthew Henninger on the top of the racetrack. Brenner had nowhere to go. Oh man. Oh, that is unfortunate. Let's take a look at the Colby's iPaint's instant replay. Henninger just caught the inside ball and then caught the outside ball. The leaders were just there. There was nothing he could do about that. Oh, jeez, that does suck. Let's take a look at the onboard shot from Chris Brenner. So 1 and 2's fine. Listen to that car rev on the cushion. It is there. Now watch, watch. He even backs out of it to try and get away from it, but he couldn't do it. And let's take a look at Batista's angle as well. Oh man, Batista somehow got out of that one. Well, talk about shaking things up right now.
One the green guys, tighten up.
53.
White flag lap 53. We didn't make fire any.
So Batista, your race lead on the Black Diamonds Motorsports Amateur on TV, Ultimate TV, car number 39, out in front with a bit of luck. In the Dirt Go Media House, United Dirt Sim Racing Association, car 13 of Austin Carr in second, and third in the TAC 3 defense, TeamVLR.com, car number 5, David Heilemann. Here we go, Batista, no front wing. We'll see how that will play a factor in the rest of the race. We've got about 25 to go. So Batista and Austin Carr riding in second, third. There, and the 13 of Austin Carr, the 5 of David Heilemann. Tell you what, Batista's doing a good job out in front as well. Considering that he's looking like he doesn't have any front nose wing on that race car. They look to be slowly catching up. You're looking at about 4/10 of a second right now, and just as Austin Carr got a good run, we go yellow, yellow, yellow. So the 05 missing a front wing. We'll see what happened here. In fact, that might have been 2 of Jesse Bandy. And there's the contact just there. Jesse Bandy was a little loose in turns 3 and 4. Caught the wall, and Tyler Curtis nailed him from behind. A little bit of a chain reaction on the 2 car. He's very slow on that rear end. I'll say that it's not square. Tyler Curtis coming back to pit road. I don't think that they're going to be able to get that car repaired too quickly. So, fortunately, we've lost over half the field. And we have white flag lap number 56. So 22 to run. He's done a good job in the opening couple of laps of that previous restart. We'll see if he can do it again, but no doubt Austin Carr and David Heilemann are going to want him to be taking that top spot from that 39 machine. I think 22 to go as it stands when we go back to green flag in 3, 2, 1. Batista's off and away. Let's not count out Carr. Oh, Carr a little loose coming off the cushion there and almost chopped Heilemann down. McLaughlin out with Stephen Hill putting some slide jobs on each other right now. But we'll try and keep an eye on the battle for second and third right now, because here goes Heilemann to the inside. Car rails the cushion. Harleman gets to the cushion. Whoa, Car with a crossover. Into 1 and 2. Now it's Car's turn to return the slider. Harleman way down low on that crossover, side by side. He clears him down the back straight away. Harleman on the cushion. Harleman into the wall. Harleman off the wall. Harleman back to third, and Austin Carr back to position number 2. And right now, as those guys were battling it out, John Batista was able to put just over a second lead from Austin Carr in the 13 machine. Well, he lost the 10th on the previous lap, almost 2 tenths in fact. Austin Carr with a 13, 9:31. Batista with a 14, 1:19, so it just goes to show you that 13 machine right now. He has got that thing whole in 8:55 right now. He was 3 tenths quicker on the previous lap. Can he do it again? He is running in the 13s for 3 laps in a row. Make that 2 because that was a 14.035. It was still over a tenth and a half quicker. So the 39 right now, his best bet is to keep seeing these cautions and keep letting Harleman put the pressure on Austin Carr. Speaking of David Harleman, he's upside down. David Harleman upside down on the front straight away. We've seen it happen just as they were coming out of turn number 4 in the 5 machine. Well, it's on its side, and the virtual tow truck is required. Let's take a look at the Colby's Eye Paints instant replay. Just jumped the cushion, got into the wall, the car bounced, and it bounced, and then it rolled and rolled and rolled and spun. There's a good shot too. One more time, a look at the Colby's Eye Paints instant replay. Unfortunately for David Harleman, he's going to end up being in 10th place, and he's going to be 2 laps down at this stage. So I believe we're looking at the white flag at lap number 59, I believe. That would be the case. We'd have about 14 to go. Listening to race control.
One, the green guys, tighten up, single file, white flag lap 59.
Confirmation there, white flag lap number 59. So 14 to go. And this is exactly what Batista needed, just to keep seeing these caution flags come out. Although, seeing as though Harleman is not behind Carr anymore, Carr may not have to worry about Zach McLaughlin, but you've always got to be worried about the guy behind you. Although the restart is important, and we're underway once again with 14 laps remain. Race leader Batista down the back straight away. He's got about 3 tenths over second place Austin Carr through turns 3 and 4. We have 13 to go. McLaughlin in 3rd spot. Then we go back to Stephen Hill in 4th, and 5th is Chris Roberts. Through turns 3 and 4, it's Carr slowly closing the gap back into the 13.9s. That was about half a tenth quicker that time by on the previous lap with 12 laps to go. Batista, he would just be thinking, just please go away. He wants to get this job done, but while the laps are ticking by, Batista was actually quicker on the previous lap. Carr into the wall, and that's exactly what Batista would want. 10 to go. At the line, there we go, just heard it from race control. And Batista has 5 miles to go. He rails the cushion as he's done so all day here at Eldora Speedway. Austin Carr, 1.0 or about 1.1 seconds behind your race leader, and he is just absolutely making a meal of it now. Now turning laps in the 14.2s. You just wonder if something is broken on that race car, because it is looking like it is handling like a pig right now. McLaughlin, who is in position number 3 with just 7 laps to go. He's got the 127 of Stephen Hill behind him by about 3/4 of a second. And you watch Batista with 6 laps to go in the 39 in the Black Diamonds Motorsports Hammerdown TV Ultimate Dirt TV 39. Work that top of the racetrack. 5 to go at the line. We're not going to hear from Race Control until we got the 2 to go signal. And Batista with a 1.35 second advantage. He just turned a 13.890. Austin Carr just turned the quickest lap of the race with a 13.747. And as I say that with about 4 to go, that 1.3 second lead now evaporates. Troy Wagman, I believe, calls that one. If you're looking on the Colby's iPace instant replay, up and over the cushion and upside down was Wagman. Was running in 5th up until that point. On board with Wagman here on this Colby's iPace instant replay. So I don't think we're too far away from getting this race in the books. We'll have a chat with our top 3 hopefully after this one.
On the green, guys, tighten up, single file. White flag, lap 62. The leader may fire anytime after truck pulls off and they reach the first of 3 Eldora logos outside turn 4.
4 laps to go. Race number 1, round number 3 of the Wicked Cushion World of Outlaws Craftsman Sprint Car Series, presented by the Dirty Old Bastards. Batista. 2 miles to go. 16 turns. Can he do it? Has Austin Carr got anything late in the race? We are back to green flag here at Eldora for the twin 41s in memory of the late Jason Johnson, the Raging Cajun. 3 to go. Austin Carr looks like he's settled down a bit right now, and he has got a chance maybe in these last 3 or maybe 2.5 laps. He just seems to be getting away from that cushion. What's working and what's been fast for him so far. 2 laps to go for John Batista in the 39. Down the back straight away for the penultimate time into 3 and 4, ladies and gentlemen. The white flag is out. They will race it to the line no matter if there's a caution. Slide jump from Austin Carr. What a move and what a crossover. Side by side down the back straight away. Batista going to slide up in front of Austin Carr. Carr's going to get a run up a turn number 4. Drag race to the line. Oh, what a finish that was. Austin Carr finishes 2nd. Batista gets the win. 3rd will go to Zach McLaughlin. Man, what a race. Let's take a look at that final lap.
Alright, man, caution is out.
Here it is into turns 3 and 4. This is where they got the white flag. Here's the slider. Look at that. That is dead set pinpoint accuracy. And they took a drag race to the start-finish line. Batista, oh, that one mistake cost Austin Carr. He got into the wall. Man, half a car length between the pair. Whoo-wee! Man, Zach McLaughlin 3rd, Austin Carr 2nd, and John Batista with the win. Try and get a word with our race winner here in just a second. Well, he leads a ton of laps here tonight. It come down to 1 lap, and it was the last lap. John Batista, congratulations on the win, man. What a race that was, and man, what a finish.
Yeah, I only had 1 chance at him to get him back there going into 3. Is just, run the standard slider line back up into 4 and hoped that the cushion would turn me back left because I was super tight. For some reason on that last corner, I was really loose without the front wing, and I don't know, for some reason it just wouldn't turn left. But thank God the game is pretty broken right now, and it turned me back left and gave me that boost off.
You lost your wing when sort of Brenner was, unfortunately wrong place at the wrong time. You were able to somewhat avoid that with the front wing, obviously not on the race car. I mean, it certainly takes an effect on how that race car handles. How did you just do it lap after lap and continue to lead this one?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what it is with me and the sprint cars at Eldora. I just can't finish the car with the front wing. Can't finish the race with it on. It happened to me Tuesday night in the first DOB race. It happened to me again tonight. But the setup was fantastic. Nathan really worked on it hard today, and we started working with telemetry a little bit, and we're finally dialing things in for qualifying, which it didn't show tonight at all, but we're definitely faster for a tacky track. But yeah, I rolled the cushion real nice, and I didn't really have that much of a handling problem once the wing came off because the car was really fast with both wings still on.
All right, Bob. Well, look, well done on the win here in the first race this evening here at Eldora. No doubt, I'm sure there's some people you want to thank.
Yeah, just you and Ultimate Dirt TV. Robert with Hammer Down. I want to thank Austin for running me clean there at the end, and I feel terrible for Chris because it was going to get really interesting there at the end, and he's one of my favorite guys to race in any league, in any car. We always race each other pretty clean, so that's unfortunate for him, but it's kind of to be expected with just being one line and it's super bumpy. People are just kind of running over each other.
There we have it. John Batista with the win will grab second place as he makes his way into the booth. We'll chat with the driver of the 13 Austin car. Austin, congratulations on third. Man, you put up a brilliant fight in there at the end, but one mistake in turns 3 and 4 on the final lap cost you the win, but hey, a great race nonetheless.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, for not running these cars in over like 4 or 5 months, this is the first laps I turned. I didn't even really practice except right before the race. And yeah, that little hiccup there in 3 and 4, I got excited. I ain't gonna lie, I got pretty excited. I was like, man, I got this. So then I decided to hit the wall in 3 and 4, and it kind of screwed me up. I thought there was gonna be a slim chance I would get back by him coming out of the turn, but it made for a good finish and made it exciting.
Hell yeah, it did. Hey, you were down by about a second and a half with Batista having obviously no front wing. You're able to pull some horsepower on him, but you reeled him in. But then all of a sudden there was one restart where you kind of just went away. Did you? And you kept hitting the wall. Were you losing focus and losing concentration, or what was the go in the midway part of that race?
Yeah, I was getting in my rhythm, and then as soon as the cautions and quick cautions kept hitting and hitting and hitting, it just kept throwing me off. And the track was changing a little bit, and to where you had to enter. And I just went up there and kept nailing it. Surprisingly, didn't knock my rear end out, which I was shocked about. But it was just good to run up front again. And sucks for Brenner what happened to him, but made for a good finish for me.
All right, well, look, well done on second place, and who do you want to thank that makes it all happen for you?
I got to thank UDSRA with Michael Rosendahl, Chase Cabray, all of them over there. Sprint Car Insiders, also Dirt Cone Media House, Tim Hunt Designs, Sprint Car Racing, all they do for sponsoring the car. And definitely got to thank you guys up in the booth and DOB for letting me run tonight.
All right, there we have it. Austin Carr with a second place finish here this evening. That'll do it for race number 1 of the Wicked Cushion World of Outlaws Craftsman Sprint Car Series here at Eldora. Race number 2 will launch in about 7 minutes time, so we're going to be live in about 20 minutes time. We'll be live right here on Ultimate Dirt TV and also Hammer Down TV as well. Head over to Wicked Cushion on Facebook. Head over to Dirty Old Bastards on Facebook. Colby's Eye Paints on Facebook. You can check out SETI Group Holdings on the web at www.seti.com. That's CEDI. And just make sure you show your support and show your appreciation to the people that allow Ultimate Dirt TV and Hammer Down TV to broadcast these races for you. Race number 2 of the third round for the Wicked Cushion World of Outlaws Craftsman Sprint Car Series will be live in about 20 minutes time, so come back for that one. If race 1 is going to be anything to go by with that fantastic finish from Austin Carr and John Batista, I can't wait for race number 2. We'll be back.